have 50 pieces of clothing that are hung up on hangers. Now, that is obviously not including my undergarments, but I have 50 pieces of clothing between my jeans and my shorts and my dresses and my cardigans and my blazers. Welcome to a new episode of Talk Clutter to Me. I'm your host, Amanda Lyford, Easy Life Organizing and the Clutter Master. Today we are talking about capsule wardrobes. If you don't know, I have 50 clothes in my wardrobe. Outside of the undergarments and socks, don't get me started on women's socks, but I have 50 pieces of clothing, and it is the most lightning thing I think I've ever done in my life is to downsize my clothing wardrobe to that much. And I will tell you why. If you do not know what a capsule wardrobe is, what it is essentially you downsize on your clothing, and all of your shirts go with all of your bottoms, and all of your bottoms go with all of your blazers, and all of your blazers go with all of your skirts. So everything matches up to where you have a more limited amount of clothes, but you have the same variety of outfits that you can create with that. Let's talk about the benefits and downsides of a capsule wardrobe. I go into people's homes all the time and I'm seeing their closets, and there's a lot of clothes in there. And there's a statistic out there that we only wear 20% of our wardrobe on average. And that is so incredibly true when I go into other people's homes. And what I'm seeing is they really only wear 20% of their clothes. I really try to get people to understand the huge benefits that come with having less clothes. And I'm going to talk about them right now. My story a little bit. I have 50 pieces of clothing that are hung up on hangers. Now, that is obviously not including my undergarments, but I have 50 pieces of clothing between my jeans and my shorts and my dresses and my cardigans and my blazers. I even have a winter jacket in there, but I have 50, and I limit myself to those 50. One of the benefits of having less clothes is you need less space. If you go into your closet right now and it is stuffed with clothes, it can feel claustrophobic and can feel like you're drowning. So my clothes take up a lot less space. Now imagine if you had less clothes in that same amount of space. It would feel more spread out. It would feel more open, inviting for you to come in and look at everything instead of closed off, trying to pull every last little shirt out. It's not a fight. It's not a fight for me to get to my clothes, where it is for some people. Less decisions is another huge benefit of having less clothes and having a capsule wardrobe specifically. This top I'm wearing, it's light blue. This goes with every single bottom. I could pair this with every single bottom that I have, even my skirts. I could pair it with everything. So when I pick out a shirt in the morning or pick out pants, I don't need to sit here and sift through all of my clothes to figure out what I'm going to pick. I really just grab a hanger. Oh, that's a work shirt, or oh, that's not a work shirt, and I put it on. There's really no guessing game for me when it comes to my shirts and my pants. Some of the downsides, not every decision is perfect, okay? But there are some downsides to a capsule wardrobe to keep in mind, and you may feel limited. Some people who first get into this capsule wardrobe thing might feel really limited on the variety of outfits that they have until they start to really fine tune the items they have to go with multiple things. Earlier this year, I went to a conference retreat thing, and my team wanted me to get a few different outfits. And I agreed. I wanted a few different outfits because it was a really nice trip. But my other requirement is that I need to be able to see myself wearing this multiple times throughout the year. It can't just be a one and done. And B, it needs to go with multiple things. I need to be able to wear this skirt with at least 3 tops. And so there were some items that got cut out. I did not buy a pair of white shorts or white khakis like the team wanted because I don't see myself wearing white bottoms ever. But B, if the white bottoms could go with everything that I wear. It's just I would feel really self-conscious in it, and I don't have a lot of tops that would have gone with that. The other downside of a capsule wardrobe is the overall wear of the clothes. When you have less clothes in general, you're going to wear out your clothes a lot more frequently. So if you have a brand of clothing like this cardigan that you really like, you might want to stock up. I learned that one the hard way, but stock up on some of the brands that you really, really like. And that's okay, because you can always find them again, or you're going to wear them. That's the big difference, is you're going to wear them, and it goes with everything. So let's dive into my wardrobe. My wardrobe all hangs up. We do that specifically so I can see everything, and it works really well for my husband as well. Looking inside the drawer did not work for him, so hanging up works best. What do I have in my wardrobe? I went through and counted, and I'm going to take you left to right through my wardrobe. I have 2 pairs of normal shorts. I've got 2 pairs of workout shorts. I've got 2 skirts, like golf skirts, because I do enjoy golf, but I also wear those on the job. I also have 4 pairs of jeans and 4 pairs of leggings / workout pants that are not short. So I'm not limiting myself to only having 1 or 2 of everything. I'm keeping it to like 3 and 4 is kind of my average number of things that I'm going to keep. The reason why I only have 4 pairs of jeans, and 4 is actually a little bit more than what I actually need, is because I rewear things. If I don't dirty a pair of pants, I will wear it for 2, sometimes 3 days. And so that works for me. Now, I know that can't work for everybody. Everybody's bodies are different. So sometimes I know people can only wear jeans 1 day, or will wear jeans for half a day and then switch to sweatpants. It's just based on your lifestyle, and this is what I do. I find jeans not to be super constricting if you get the right ones, and so I don't feel restricted by wearing my jeans all day long, even into the evening. I don't feel restricted by that. Going down the list some more, I have 4 tank tops. I have 6 or 8 t-shirts. Some of my clothes are dirty, but a lot of my t-shirts are these work shirts, but I do wear my work shirts on a daily basis as well. Outside of work. I have only a couple long sleeves. I don't really like long sleeve shirts generally. Instead, I pair them with cardigans. So I do have about 4 to 5 cardigans and hoodies in my wardrobe. When it comes to dress clothes, I have 1 pair of dress pants. I have 2 dress shirts. I have 3 blazers now, but 1 is literally only being kept so that I don't have to buy it next year if the retreat I go to does a pink party again. It's literally only being kept so I don't have to rebuy something pink, because it is the only pink item in my wardrobe. But there's 3 blazers there. There's a couple tops. 1 set of pants, because what I normally find that I'll do instead is I'll wear some of my skirts and pair them with my blazers. Or if I do need pants because it's colder out, I'll pull out the pants and do something very similar. And I have 3 dresses, and that's outside of my jujitsu gis and rash guards and whatnot that I use for my specific stuff, which is included in my 50-ish outfits, which is why that number, if you add all of those things together, seems a little low, because I do have my jujitsu outfits in there. I think I have a pair of winter like snow pants in there. That is another thing to know, is I don't do my seasonal clothes storage. All of my clothes are always available all the time. Even though I might only need my snow pants once a year, they're still hung up with all my regular clothes. That way they're easily accessible. Now, why do I do that? Why do I not do seasonal clothes storage? There's 3 reasons that I talk about on why not to do seasonal clothes storage as much as you possibly can. One of which is because people don't store them correctly. So Number one, people don't store them correctly. Your clothes need breathing and airflow. Your clothes need that airflow. There's a reason why when you pack things away into a tote or those Ziploc vacuum seal things, when you pull them out, they smell gross and musty, and then you have to do the laundry. That is because they're not getting proper airflow. So if you have them hung up or in a dresser drawer all year long, they're not going to get musty because they're getting constant airflow. So that's number one, is no more smelly clothes when you pull them out, which means you don't have to do laundry every single time you pull clothes out. Number two is, I live in Michigan. When do we want to go to the beach? When it's not beach season. We want to go when it's cold. The middle of winter cold is when we're going somewhere tropical usually. But if they're packed away, that means you got to go find it, and it's another fun task to get ready for a trip. And so I just keep them out all year long. That way, if we do go somewhere tropical, I don't have to go digging into my seasonal clothes storage for that. And number three, it is not a task for me to swap out clothes. That is a whole separate task people have to do or sometimes don't do, and then they get overwhelmed by their clothes because they didn't swap out seasonal clothes. If you don't have seasonal clothes storage, you don't have that extra added task of needing to swap things out. So those are my 3 reasons why I hate seasonal clothes storage. And that's just a bonus. I did not plan on giving that info to you, but that's just a bonus. Now, Amanda, how do we get down to a capsule wardrobe system? This didn't happen overnight. If I could give you a streamlined path to it, I'm going to, but for me, it did not happen overnight. It took years to get down to this point. And what happened was I asked myself a very specific question, is, do I avoid wearing it? If this was the last t-shirt in my closet, would I do laundry to wear something else? And that helped me downsize my clothes to this point. So when you're going through your clothes, if you're going to do this DIY style, ask yourself that very specific question. A, does it fit still? But B, do I avoid wearing it? Because if you avoid wearing it, you don't truly like it nearly as much as you think you do. There was bathing suits that I avoided wearing. I'm like, if I'm going to go to the pool, I'm going to grab this bathing suit. Why am I keeping this other one that I don't really want to wear? Everything in my wardrobe I want to wear or wear very regularly. The only storage of clothes I have is maternity clothes, but that's because we're not sure yet if I'm going to need those again in the future. So step number 1 is to really go through your wardrobe and downsize and ask yourself that question. Give yourself a limit is step number 2. Give yourself a limit. My limit is 50. I bought 50 hangers, and that's my limit. So when I need to buy new clothes like I did earlier this year, I had to get rid of clothes. And that gets a little bit more difficult when you're down to 50 clothes, but I was able to do it still. I was like, I do avoid these jeans. These jeans are not comfortable jeans. I'm going to take those out of the equation. And maybe I should just buy the pairs of jeans that I actually think are comfortable and wear those. So it's a give and take. It definitely is a little bit more difficult when it comes to decision making, but it frees up my decision making process. It frees me up to do a lot of different things that I want to do, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's so nice to be able to just not have to think about my wardrobe. And that is the point of a capsule wardrobe, is not to have to think so much and still have a variety of clothing. So if you have questions about capsule wardrobes, please send them to me. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can email me. Send me your questions, and I would love to answer your wardrobe questions. Even if you're like, Amanda, why can I not get rid of this shirt? I hate it. I don't wear it, but for some reason I feel like I need to keep it. And I will help you work through that. Don't worry about it. I want to help you guys with that. As always, thank you for watching Talk Clutter to Me. Our next episode is going to be a lot of fun talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, which is HR stuff. I'm having somebody come on and they're going to talk about HR things and bring to light some things that are going to be really helpful to my business owner friends, but also my professional organizer friends that listen to the podcast. So stay tuned, but I will have a wonderful another short episode like this coming out soon that is going to appeal to everybody else too. So as always, thank you and have a great day.